Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football. Back here at the DFW Coaches Clinic, and a guy who drove in all the way from East Texas, the head coach of the Pleasant Grove Hawks, Coach Josh Gibson, our good friend. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me.
Did you see Mike Roach running around? Roach is here, too.
I hadn't seen Roach yet. I'll be fired up to see Mike.
That's my guy, too. So, Coach, first off, love the DFW Clinic. It's one of my favorites in the off season. It's kind of, we always say, when's DFW Clinic? When's DFW Clinic? What makes this clinic so special?
I think Joe and the guys that run the clinic, Ledbetter, and them, they always go out and get the best coaches in the state to speak at it. And they get high school coaches. The great clinic last weekend kind of alternated high school and college coaches, but great high school coaches speaking at the clinic, guys that are always doing cutting edge stuff, and the best of the best. So it's a great clinic.
And one thing I know, you notice the high school coaches, the college guys do a great job, but they got D1 guys to rotate in when a kid gets hurt. When you're a high school coach, you got to kind of work with what you got and kind of adjust and adapt to the kids that fit their skill set. Is that what you like to hear when you hear high school guys who maybe are flexible with their scheme to fit their personnel?
Yeah, because they're flexible with scheme, with practice plans. You go in and ask a lot of questions. And even like Coach Hennigan from Denton Ryan today, he's like, we're in our breakout session, and he's like, we're all going to learn from each other. So we're going to ask questions, and I'm going to ask you guys some and find out some stuff. But I think that's the cool thing of high school coaches sharing with each other. We got a lot of similarities that we might not have with the college coach.
Sure. Now, one thing I noticed when you're in the film sessions and you're watching a team play, if you strip away who the coach is, you strip away the logos, you just see a football team on tape. When you're watching that, how are you able to tell that's an elite football team? You take away the logos away, what do you see on tape?
Yeah, looking at coaching, like the little things. I mean, I always go to the little things. Fundamentals, are those things still getting coached? Because the scheme's going to continually change, and it was air raid, and then it's a RPO, and it's probably going to get run heavy again at some point. But like the way kids get off the football, stance and alignment, how they are on the backside of plays, are they hustling and stuff on defense? How they pursue the ball, how they tackle, are they swarming? And you start picking up those things, and you're like, man, some people have really good athletes, and some people have really good athletes that do a great job coaching the little things, and those are people you want to go pick their brain.
All right, now speaking of being flexible in your scheme, the Pleasant Grove Hawks have been a little flexible in the scheme over the past few years. You know, you guys, when you won your titles, you were more of a kind of a true wing T team. You did throw it a little bit, but you were a wing T team. You guys have morphed into a spread offense, and I thought this year, mid-season, showing that flexibility. You guys have a tough loss against Paris where your offense struggles, and you kind of completely change what you're doing, and you guys rattle off a great year. First off, what testament to your kids and coaches to be able to flip the switch mid-season. What was special about that group to be able to make that change?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing offensively, we returned one guy on offense. So we lost 10 from the season before. We returned a quarterback that played as a freshman that hadn't played in 2 years. So we went back to the wing T. Lost all 6 linemen, the 5 linemen, and the tight end. Take the pressure off the line, take the pressure off him, and really, it was probably a little bit too much. We had 2 really good receivers. One we didn't know was going to play with us, baseball kid that has elite talent. And so when we switched, it took a little bit of pressure off them. The quarterback was so smart, he could do the RPO deal. It opened things up, and we started rolling. And so like week 2 was about as bad as it could get for us. And then 2 weeks later, we're playing Kilgore going into double overtime. And that is a huge credit to our kids and how awesome they are. But it was a really good move for us.
Now, looking ahead to the offseason, you know, everybody says they want to get stronger, they want to get bigger and faster. What position groups, because you always lose a group of seniors that play for you. What are some position groups where you're looking for those young guys to hit that weight room, grow up, and get ready to play varsity football next year?
Yeah, well, I mean, fortunately, this can be our biggest senior class that we've ever had coming up. And so now we only returned 1 last year on offense. Now we're returning 8 and 9, and we're going to bring back a lot of guys. And so really, the weight room and all that stuff, they buy into it. They're going to get bigger, stronger, and faster. We're one district in track the last 2 years, had a ton of kids go to regionals. A few go to state, which is kind of a first out in PG. Mm-hmm. We're focusing on the kid, man, the leadership, the relational part, the buy-in, the way that they work, the way they act in the classroom, just the culture of being the best you can be, because I think that works out on the field a ton and really makes you a better program. So that's what we're working on a lot right now, just the leadership.
We had a Carter Yates appearance. We saw his arm come through there.
Carter Yates, ex-Frisco quarterback. Carter Yates right there.
Ex-Frisco quarterback. final question for you, Coach. Are we going to see you guys out throwing around 7-on-7 a little bit?
Oh, big time, man.
All right,
I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, we're looking forward to that, and our kids love ball.
Looking forward to seeing you. We'll be hot in College Station if you guys make it, but always good to see you down there.
Heck yeah. Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks, Coach.